Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Worthley, your friendly neighborhood volunteer assisting priest at St. David's. Have you ever wondered about clergy collars? Well, inspired today by some of those short product videos you can see on Amazon or even Zappos for shoes, we thought we'd give you a quick introduction to what clergy collars look like in many cases. Not all, but certainly many, and certainly at St. David's. I'm going to start by showing you a somewhat more formal clergy shirt from Whipple of England, a very well-known supplier to the clergy. This is, as you can see, I've buttoned up all the way to the top. So essentially you just put this on. It has French cuffs. That's not our topic today, but it does require cufflinks. Once you get this far in putting on a clergy shirt, you need the collar. And in this case, it is, perhaps disappointingly, more or less a piece of plastic with two button snaps on the front. And it attaches to the collar like this. Essentially, once wearing the shirt, you put this on through either side, looping it through, and this is harder than with a mirror, believe me. It's like tying someone else's tie, if you've ever tried to do that. Fits into the collar piece, and then snaps in place. So there are two snaps, one on either side. And then if you've done it artfully, which I haven't exactly because I'm not doing it on myself, you end up very much with something like this. So this is a formal, more formal Whipple's clergy shirt and collar attached by button, essentially, by snap. Now, moving along to another tried and true product, we have the basic summertime short sleeve shirt from Almy in the Northeast, a traditional supplier to the American clergy. As you can see, this also is buttoned up mostly, but does not button at the very top. That's because, more or less in the form of an old Eton collar, we're going to be attaching the collar directly to the shirt in a different kind of way. That involves the use of two pins that look like this. If you can see it, it has a swivel head that makes it easier to put in. And I'll do that now on the back of the shirt. So this is the front. On the back of the back collar, there's a hole where the pin must go through. This is theoretically easier than doing it on oneself, but not really. There we go. Okay, so there's the pin poking out the back of the collar. You can see it's underneath, held in place, and that's the back of the collar. Now on the front of the collar, and this is the collar, there's going to be another pin. But before we get to the pin, I'll just share the exciting part about this. This, of course, is also plastic. It is, however, part of an exciting line of clergy wear from Almy's called Clericool. Not because it's cool to wear them, but because in theory, this collar keeps you cooler. Why is that? Well, it has on the back little holes up close to the skin and divided from the main collar that theoretically allow for a greater flow of air. And mostly that works, I'll say. That's basically to be trusted. Here too, a pin goes in the back. This pin on the collar attaches to the front of the shirt, going first through one side and then through the other. Like this, so that if you stopped at that point, it would look like that. However, you bring it around the back and attach it with the pin on the back, and there you have it, the classic clergy dog collar. Very familiar in the Anglican tradition, and that's what it looks like more or less in the end. Now, in addition to the basic plastic collars, you can also have rather fancy linen collars. This one is so new I haven't even taken it out of the package, nor will I do so for quite some time, because they're a little bit harder to care for, and it just looks so nice as it is. So I'm keeping it there for now, but you can have a more formal collar attached in the same way with the same types of holes on either end, and that can be used for dressier occasions, or if somebody is simply more accustomed to wearing linen, which these are made of, than the plastic. That's a short primer on how clergy collars work. I hope you enjoyed it and that you take something from this. We thought a behind the curtains view at some of these things would be fun, and there'll be more to come. Thank you very much. God bless.